Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again. I'm Nicodemus Kane. Today is April the 21st of 2022. Um, Not much to say today, really, honestly. Uh, had a dream. Had a dream last night that it was the very end of the dream, and it was something about being taken over by these robots, these androids, something. They were all part of this collective, um, and had somehow they weren't exactly enslaving humans, but they were pretty close. Telling humans what to do. It was definitely a dystopian kind of thing, and it was me and a group of other people, and we were rebelling against it, pushing against it, rebelling against it, and we had come up with some kind of a remote control or something, and was using it to shut these robots down, shut these robots off. And of course, we were looking for that one last piece to put it together, and we found it. And when we did, it was somehow these robots, these androids, whatever, started putting out this message on all these TV screens, on all this, on the loudspeaker, and there was a like the head robot or something. This woman, she was coming to me personally, and they were all of this was trying to say that whoever's trying to resist, don't believe the lies of yada yada yada, because they're just trying to manipulate you and hurt you and harm you, and you don't need this thing to be able to set you free, and there were people in the group that I was with that were starting to believe it, and I kept saying, don't listen to it. This is how it works. Is that once you get to a point to where you are starting to gain your freedom, and the opposing side starts finding out that they cannot manipulate you anymore, they will start putting that lie and deceit in your mind, so that they will turn you back over into the lie. Now, I never got to see the end of it. I never got to see the end result of this whole thing, because I woke up. I woke up 40, or not 45 minutes, 15 minutes early at 4:45. Woke up 15 minutes earlier than my alarm, and I was really miffed about it, because I knew as soon as I woke up, I said, man, it's going to be 15 minutes before my alarm goes off, and I'm going to be upset. And sure enough, it was 4:45, and I said, son of a gun. So that happened. But that's a lesson. Once you're on the right path, once you start finding the true way, they will do everything in their power to tell you that you're wrong, even though you know that you're right, that you're following the right path, that you are going the right way, and you are not letting them manipulate you or harm you anymore. They will still push and push and push and push and push to get you to think that you're doing wrong. You're the problem. That you're being manipulated. That everything you know to be true is false. Yet you know for a fact what they are saying and doing is false. That is the lie of the world. I find that very interesting, that I had that dream last night, and that was the dream that I woke up with. And I got to remember those last, like I said, 5 minutes of that dream, and I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it. I was like, well, I could just keep that to myself. But no, there's a lesson in there. Is that if you know you're on the right path, if you know you're going the right way, 100%, if you know that it's wrong, they will constantly push back and make you double check yourself. And what you have to do when that happens is you have to go back and make sure what you're doing is right. Because 9 times out of 10, you will be right. And you have to stick to your convictions, no matter what. Because this was a totalitarian, oppressive robot regime that was enslaving people. And they were manipulating the humans. They were definitely trying to say, oh, the people that are doing this are bad. Don't listen to them. And and they were, like I said, talking to me specifically. I had this remote, this whatever this thing was, this MacGuffin that was going to help free all the people in my hand. And they were showing me another one, a separate one, a different one. And they kept saying, see, it's just worthless. It's just garbage. It's nothing. Don't believe it. Don't believe it. That's what they do. They try to get in your mind, try to get in your head. Your mind is the last battlefield. It's the last thing that you have that makes you who you are. Once they get into there and start manipulating that, you are gone. You have to know the truth. You have to find the truth. You have to stand for your convictions. Because if you don't, you will fall just like everybody else. That seems to be the way of the channel, the way of things, the way things have gone, things that we've been talking about. That seems to be the draw, I guess. So the lesson is definitely stand by what you know. Don't let them manipulate you any more than they already have. We've all been manipulated. We've all been lied to. We've all been there. Some of us are still there and we can't get out. Some people choose to be there and they're living in it. They love it. They are enjoying the lies. So hold fast to what is true. Do not be manipulated off of the narrow path. I guess that's the best way to describe it. All right. With all that being said, today we're going to read Psalm 129. This is a song of degrees. It's an interesting morning. I'll tell you that much right now. Our granddaughter is awake, so everybody is up and moving around. She got dropped off to us super early. It's one of those family things where joint custody. So she got to leave last night. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. But then again, I was one of those kids that got to have summers and winters with my father. So, I never got to really have anything else. But this whole, take her for a day, take her for a night. It's really all it was. Take her for a night. She got to go for less than 12 hours. I don't understand that. But then again, it's this system, man. It's this system. Anyway, she got dropped off super early. and the whole house is awake and moving around, and I'm sure that's going to create some really great times. Especially knowing my wife. She's sometimes she has a hard time waking up, but she knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew. All I can do is sit back and think, you guys knew this was coming. Just wake up. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. I'm the only one that's I'm the only one in the house that follows any kind of true set schedule. Everybody else just kind of, happens awake. I don't know how to do that. I'm a scheduled person. It is what it is. I'm so scheduled that I'll wake up 15 minutes before my alarm goes off. So come on, I am. Once I find my rhythm, I'm in it. Anyways, enough about me. Enough about our family. Enough about what's going on here. Psalm 129. This is a song of degrees. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth. May Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back. They made long their furrows. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. Let them all be confounded and turned back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth afore it groweth up, wherewith the mower filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Let me read that one again. Wherewith the mower filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. Amen. There's a couple different confusing things in there. It's probably not confusing if we read it slower, understand a little bit. Let me take a drink of water because my throat. I was starting to get to that point to where I think I was going to start coughing. All right, let's try this again. A little slower. Let's see if we can pick some stuff out. Starting from the top. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth. May Israel now say, many a time have they afflicted me from my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. It's repeated twice. Many a time have they afflicted me from my youth. May Israel now say. Now, of course, it's a song. It's a song of degrees. These things, some of these psalms were meant to be sang as songs. That doesn't mean that there's not information in them. That just means that, they were made as songs to be sung while worshiping, while in temple, while, wherever. So you will see repeating lines like that. At the same token, they're repeating lines. They're trying to get across a point. Many a times have they afflicted me from my youth. Many times has this world afflicted you from your youth. You're not alone. You are not alone in this world. They have tried and tried and tried. Yet they have not prevailed against me. They have pushed and shoved and prodded and lied and manipulated and yada, yada, yada. But they have not gotten a hold of me yet. I have not fallen for it yet. I refuse to fall for it. But they have, ever since I was born, they have tried. But they have not prevailed against me yet. I am still standing strong. Interesting that the message in the dream that I got was about standing firm to your beliefs. They have afflicted me over and over again, but they have not prevailed against me yet. Was probably willing to die in that dream for what I was believing, to be able to push back against these robots. Robots! But they have not prevailed against me. The plowers plowed upon my back. They made long their furrows. The plowers. Now, this is, of course, alluding to cut in, engrave, plow, devise. As one who works in practices usually a bad sense, devise. The plowers, the people that devise against me, have plowed, have devised they have come against me. See, it's several different meanings. You can take it several different ways. The liars of the world have lied against me. They have plowed against me. They have plowed upon my back. They made long their furrows. They have done their best. Now, of course, the same thing as those that go out and plow a field. They plow a field. They cut the land. They manipulate the land. They do everything they can to the land in order to bend it to their will. The plowers have tried to bend me to their will. Which one did I look up? The plowers plowed. They made long their furrows. Their furrows, corrupt and meaning dubious. Interesting. Literally, it could mean the plowers, those that devise evil plots, have plowed upon my back, have plowed upon me. They made long their furrows, their deception, their lies. You get that? Did you catch that one? That's a deep dive on that one. Just those two sentences alone. Well, one sentence with a colon in the middle. But still, just that passage right there. Verse 3. The plowers plowed upon my back. It's alluding to, those that manipulate the land. They're coming to do it to me. They made long their furrows on me. They're doing their best. The meanings inside of the word plow and plowers and plowed and furrows also means deception and deceit and lies. Those that have lied, the liars of this world, have done their best, and they have plowed upon my back. They have made long their deception. That's a big one. That's a pretty big one right there, man. That's pretty awesome to be able to pick these apart like that and get a deeper understanding of these. On the same token, though, it's alluding to, they've come and they've hurt me every which way they possibly could. And they've made long their furrows. They've made long their pain and misery upon me. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. He has stopped them from plowing down my back, from deceiving me and lying to me and manipulating me. I can now stand firm in the Lord, in the Father. Let them all be confounded and turned back that hate Zion. And let them all be confounded. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth afore it grow up. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth before it groweth up. Huh. wherewith the mower filleth not his hand, nor he that bindeth sheaves his bosom. So, grass can't grow on houses. We know that, even though it can. I've seen it. It's a moss more than anything else. We actually have it right now on our roof that we're going to have to call somebody to come in and power wash it off for us. We have it's some kind of a moss or something. I don't know. I don't. One of the reasons why we bought the house is because it has a slate roof, and slate's supposed to last forever. Well, it's supposed to last a pretty long time. The problem being is that there are spaces between the slates, and I am seeing that between the slates is where this moss grows up. It's like greenery. But when the sun is out, it goes away. It's like the sun just bakes this stuff right off. So I'm not so worried about it. We still need to get somebody up there. But when it's cloudy and it's wet outside, you will see green start popping up. But whenever the sun comes out, this stuff goes away. So I understand this passage. I really do. I don't. I know grass grows on housetops, man. I've seen it. My wife's mother's house, perfect example. She they just did not ever clean their gutters. I don't even know why, and they had like gardens growing out of their gutters. But it doesn't. It's not supposed to grow up there. You know, there's not enough dirt to sustain grass. Let them be as the grass upon the housetops, which withereth afore it grow up. Let them not be able to grow. Let them not be able to live and exist because they let them be confounded and turned back that hate Zion. Let them be as the grass. Let them not be able to grow. Wherewith the mower filleth not his hand. Someone who actually pulls the grass, and it's probably literally exactly what this says too. Someone who probably pulls the grass. Let me see if I can find. Cut down. Harvest man. Say reaper. Wherewith the reaper, the mower, person that cuts down the grass, let him not be able to fill his hands, because they have withereth and gone away, nor he that bindeth sheaves to his bosom. Let them fade away like a grass that should not be there. Let them blow away like clouds without water. Let them. There was another one. What was it? $20 says there's one about let them be something that has no taste. I bet you there is. There's plenty of those like that where they talk about those that are the evil in this world that are just there for vanity. They're just vain. They just exist. Yeah, let them blow away. Let them wash away. Let them go away, because they hold nothing for us. It is God. He is the one that we should be following. We should not be worrying about those that are going to be blown away and lost because they choose not to exist in the world of truth. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. Neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. Trying to figure out exactly how that fits in there. Alienate. neither do they which go by say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. So the meaning for that is alienate, to pass over they which go by and say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. Let them that do not want to hear it wither as the grass, but pass over those that say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. Did you catch that one? You gotta look these things up, man, because sometimes it's that old English stuff. That's why we have a Strong's Concordance. That's why I have been looking up the concordance before we even started talking, because there's meanings hidden inside of this stuff. It is the glory of God to hide a thing. It is the honor of kings to search a thing out. That's what we're doing. That's what one of the main focuses of this whole thing is that there are things that we cannot even remotely possibly understand or fathom until we take a deeper look into it. If you just look at what's happening in the world on the surface, you may fall for the lies. But if you look a little bit deeper, you will start seeing the truth. It will hurt you spiritually. It will make you think that there is no real truth or reason in the world, and it may make you think that you have nothing, that you are nothing, and you may question your faith. You may question your faith of this world, but if you stand firm, many a time have they afflicted me since my youth, yet they have not prevailed against me. They have plowed upon my back, made long their furrows. But I am still here. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. He will cut them down eventually. He will cut them down. You have to be strong in the faith. Hold firm to what you believe. Do not let the evil manipulative robots tell you that the remote control that you have is wrong. You know what I mean. That's the best way I can put it, man. That's the best way I can put it, so that you understand. But pass over those that go by and say, the blessing of the Lord be upon you. We bless you in the name of the Lord. All right. That's as good as I can get. that's I could probably dive deeper and find more, and we could go through so many different things, but that's a good point. That's a good point where we should stop. That way I can have some time to get ready for work. You know how it is. But it is getting harder and harder to not be deceived. The more I see, the less I believe. No, the more I see these talking heads, these mouthpieces of the world, even the ones that you think are on your side, just talk and talk and talk, and they don't accomplish anything. The more I see that, the more I have to tell myself, hold strong. These people are talking. Most of them are simply talking just to hear themselves talk. There's nothing there. It's like I said, clouds without water. Grass that you can't collect because it withers away, because it's nothing. It grows on a house for no reason other than the fact that it's there, but it will wither away. Now, these people aren't going to wither away. Eventually they will. Eventually they will be cut down and they will be destroyed. But right now, they are growing exponentially because true, honest, real people still refuse to stand up to it. And I keep seeing that. Those that have a mouth, that have a mouthpiece, that have a way to be able to speak up against it, they're not speaking up against it. There's not many people out there that are, especially those that even know the truth. They're not stopping and just saying, no, we need to, stop this. This isn't right. Those that are saying that, those are the lowest voices out there. Those are the smallest voices out there. And we are all getting buried in the stream. We're all getting buried on Twitter, getting buried on Facebook. I'm still I'm still under the 90 days of where 90 days on Facebook where they said that they will be pushing my thoughts to the bottom of the news feeds. I'm still being manipulated in that way. Twitter, I don't know. I don't really have an audience. I mean, Twitter, I get maybe 2 or 3 people that pop up, YouTube's the same way. I actually just watched a video of a guy that he's not a truther at all, but he was talking about how as soon as YouTube demonetized his video, the views dropped, because as soon as YouTube figures out they can't make money off of you, they will not promote you at all. And it makes me think of the YouTube algorithms, the suggestions that YouTube gives me every day. Stuff that I don't care about, don't want to watch, don't give a damn about. But YouTube keeps suggesting it. YouTube could be giving me something better, something that I actually want. But not only do they give me stuff I don't want, don't care about, don't need, YouTube will keep suggesting me the same videos over and over again. They want me in that loop. They want you in that loop. They want to continue to keep you in that loop as long as they can, so that you cannot find any other news, any other form of truth, any other form of reason, of logic, of anything. It's the same with television. It's the same with television. It's the same with newspapers. It's the same with articles on the internet. Is they don't want you to know the truth. They want you to simply go by what they want you to know. They want you to use your emotions to be able to manipulate your emotions. And they want you to keep coming back like a crack fiend. They want you to keep coming back over and over and over again so that they can keep their hooks in you. It's just another one of those things that I've been talking about on this channel for a while, is this manipulation. It's constant manipulation. It's the plowers plowed upon my back. They made long their furrows. They made long their web of lies, their string of lies, everything that they have done to keep me under their control. That's what that is. They're doing their best to manipulate us and harm us and hurt us, and they are not letting you out of that. You have to break out of that. However you have to do it. I don't know how to do it. Other than to not listen to it. I don't know, especially if you're somebody like me that uses these tools, even BitChute to a point doesn't. I know BitChute doesn't, use an algorithm to suggest things to you, but even to a point, BitChute will push certain things towards me that I don't want to hear the same thing over and over again. I want new information. Other channels have kind of done the same thing too, and I don't really, I've already talked about the other channels. What is it? Odyssey and Library and whatever else there is. They do kind of the same things. They will just keep pushing these same concepts over and over again. I don't want to listen to the same stuff over and over again. I can digest it and then keep it. But it's all part of that system. It's not only the enemy that's lying to you. It's the people that are supposedly helping you that are lying to you as well. That's why you have to use total discernment. You have to have reason and logic and understanding to be able to push through, to be able to know who is and isn't manipulating you. Which comes back to the dream, is that as soon as I knew what was right and I had the ability to change it, the enemy started telling me I was wrong. Started trying to push me against the people that I knew. And for all I know, if I really would have paid attention to that dream, for all I know, the people in that dream that were helping me, they could have been manipulating me just as much. But what I knew in my heart was right. So I did it. I did it because I knew it was going to help people, not hurt people. So I think that's the takeaway here. I don't know. I'm going to stop before I put my foot in my mouth, because we all know it's possible. I've done it before. And I'll do it again. I know I've done it before. There's at least a couple times. It's one of those things. It's like the Twitter thing where somebody will post something from like 4 years ago, and then somebody will bring up something new where they say the complete exact opposite and makes them look like a hypocrite. I know I've done that at least once. So I know it's probably out there where I've said one thing and then I've changed my mind. Well, especially since I've come to the Father, I've definitely changed my mind. So there are a lot of things that I am sure if somebody would really look, they would probably come back to me and say, why don't you delete that? Why don't you go through and delete all these things that say this and say that and yada, yada, yada? My response to that would be, I want those there to show people how far I've come. I want that reminder. Having that reminder is not going to hurt me and manipulate me back into falling back into evil ways. It's going to be there as a source to show you that I wasn't like this all the time. Because if all you knew was who I am now, you could very easily think, oh, well, he's just been like that forever. No, I want you to know the change, that you can change. Anyone can change. It's not that difficult. All you have to do is just trust in the Father. Give your life over to Him. He will change you far, far better ways. So, there's that. I gotta stop. So, God bless you all. Absolutely take care of yourselves. Again, do not be manipulated by this. Do not let them manipulate you. Have no fear of what they can and can't do to you. God will show you the way. God will help you. God will pull you out. What was the line? I gotta pull it back up. The Lord is righteous. He hath cut asunder the cords of the wicked. There you go. All right. I'm going to get going. Thank you guys for coming around. I'll talk to you later.